Welcome to Tamsy Fae's realm. My name is Nightbot. Tamsy Fae will be arriving soon, but in the meantime I would like to introduce you to myself and to the channel. I will be your bot host in the chat. I maintain the list and provide other information. I will be arriving in the chat soon. If you have any questions that I am not programmed to answer, please ask Moonbeam or other moderators. Please don't join until the 55-minute mark, for example 6:55. I cannot add you to the list until this time. Tamsy Fae does not do political, specific timing, medical, fertility, or legal questions that require a qualified professional. Tamsy only provides spiritual guidance. Now please have a seat, relax, and I will tell you about Tamsy Fae's stream. How do you join the list? To join the list, type !join followed by your question. Please provide a question when you join, otherwise I will not be able to add you. If there is space in our free list you will be added when you join, if there is no space you will be seated in the lounge. When spots become available, people are randomly chosen from the lounge and placed on the free list. In other words, the lounge is a waiting list. Being placed in the lounge does not guarantee you will have a reading. Thank you for understanding. To check your position, type !position and you will either be given your position in the free list, told you are still in the lounge, or that you are not in either. Your position number will change, normally decreasing as Tamsy does her readings. However, your position may increase if there is a donation or someone requests a theme reading, as theme readings get advanced to the front of the free list. If you would like to leave the free list, please type !leave. If you miss your reading on the stream, type !timestamp or !timestamps to find out when your reading took place in the stream. You may skip the free list with a super chat or PayPal donation of a minimum of $3 plus Canadian. To keep things fair, Tamsy may limit how many times someone can use a super chat in a stream, but you are always welcome to book a private reading with Tamsy. You can book a private reading by email or through Tamsy's website. You can find the links on her about page or in the chat. While you are waiting for your reading, make yourself comfy and ask me, Nightbot, questions. Here is how to ask me questions. !magical, see how magical you are. !8ball, for the magic 8-ball answer. !oracle for an oracle message. !fortune, to get a fortune. !horoscope, for today's horoscope. !card to draw a tarot card and get info about its meaning. !list to see who is on the free list and who is in the lounge. !position to get your current position. I will occasionally provide information about other services available in the chat. Tamsy Fae is an intuitive mystic energy reader. Enjoy her fairy moon readings and more. Tamsy uses tarot cards to pick up your energy or the energies around your situation and connect with the spirits, Fae, and the universe to bring out profound inner truths we dare not tell ourselves with love, kindness, and humor. The cards may bring up deep hidden emotions. Readings are never 100% accurate, and roles may be reversed. Take what is yours and leave the rest. Some energies or emotions may take time to settle. And here are some photos of Ms. Beastie, Mr. Lucky Pug, and Miss Floppy. Tamsy should be arriving soon. Welcome to Tamsy Fae's realm. My name is Nightbot. Tamsy Fae will be arriving soon, but in the meantime I would like to introduce you to myself and to the channel. I will be your bot host in the chat. I maintain the list and provide other information. I will be arriving in the chat soon. If you have any questions that I am not programmed to answer, please ask Moonbeam or other moderators. Please don't join until the 55-minute mark, for example 6:55. I cannot add you to the list until this time. Tamsy Fae does not do political, specific timing, medical, fertility, or legal questions that require a qualified professional. Tamsy only provides spiritual guidance. Now please have a seat, relax, and I will tell you about Tamsy Fae's stream. How do you join the list? To join the list, type !join followed by your question. Please provide a question when you join, otherwise I will not be able to add you. If there is space in our free list you will be added when you join, if there is no space you will be seated in the lounge. When spots become available people are randomly chosen from the lounge and placed on the free list. In other words, the lounge is a waiting list. Being placed in the lounge does not guarantee you will have a reading. Thank you for understanding. To check your position, type !position and you will either be given your position in the free list, told you are still in the lounge, or that you are not in either. Your position number will change, normally decreasing as Tamsy does her readings. However, your position may increase if there is a donation or someone requests a theme reading, as theme readings get advanced to the front of the free list. If you would like to leave the free list, please type !leave. If you miss your reading on the stream, type !timestamp or !timestamps to find out when your reading took place in the stream. You may skip the free list with a super chat or PayPal donation of a minimum of $3 plus Canadian. To keep things fair, Tamsy may limit how many times someone can use a super chat in a stream, but you are always welcome to book a private reading with Tamsy. You can book a private reading by email or through Tamsy's website. You can find the links on her about page or in the chat. While you are waiting for your reading, make yourself comfy and ask me, Nightbot, questions. Here is how to ask me questions. !magical, see how magical you are. !8ball, for the magic 8-ball answer. !oracle for an oracle message. !fortune, to get a fortune. !
Hi everyone, welcome. How's it going? Hi Lemon. Hello everyone. Hi Dwayne. Hi Daisha. Hello, welcome. Hello everyone. Hi Philia. Hi Tammy. Welcome. Hi hello. And Tammy and Dwayne. Hello everyone. Hi Ivy. Hi Philia. I think I said those already, but hello again. Hi Lucky. Welcome everyone. Hi Lisa. Hi Jasmine. Welcome. Thank you for becoming a member. Again, I guess Lemon. Hi Tammy. I think I said that. Hello everyone. Koala. I'll go up here. There we go. Maria, hello. Hi, Nature Heart. Hi, Ariana. Welcome. Hi, love. Hi, Rain. Welcome. Tonight is full moon. It's a full buck moon, so during this moon, the male bucks get new antlers. So I guess so tonight's spread is about renewal, about your energy, or like a rebirth kind of energy. It's kind of about where you stand right now, what expectations that you're dropping and letting go of, what routines or self-sabotaging cycle you're breaking, what innovative path or future goals are calling towards you, and how to stand independently now. With this rebirth kind of energy, renewal energy kind of thing. Hi, Matthew. Welcome. Hello, everyone. If anyone's new here to join a list, it is explanation mark join with no spaces in between, followed by your question. And if you get onto the lounge list, and the wait list to be put onto the free list. If you're on the free list, I do your reading if you're here or not. So if you have to leave and come back, you can write explanation mark position to see where you are on the list, or explanation mark timestamp to see where your reading was. I also put the timestamps in the comments section of the live after it's done. And there's a legal disclaimer in the description as well as a link for a private reading. But yeah, I'll switch the screens so we get started. Lululemon. How does Capricorn... Okay, let's see for Lululemon. How does Capricorn feel about the situation regarding unfriending her? Let's see. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, or fae? How does Capricorn feel about the situation regarding my unfriending of her? Oh, there's a card here that doesn't belong. There we go. Let's try this again. Is there any spirit guides, answers, or fae? How does Capricorn feel about the situation of Lululemon's unfriending her? Lucky. Shh. I feel like with the Six of Swords in the dark, he does understand why you're unfriending her. It gives you that peace of mind, that sense of contentment, or whatever's going on there. The Five of Cups, I feel like he doesn't really have any hard feelings about it, but I feel like he's kind of like going through the process of whatever's happened between the three of you, or how things are going to be moving forward after this. The Two of Pentacles is in the dark too, so it's trying to deal with whatever friction or conflict may be a result of this unfriending her. If he feels like he has to, you know, choose between the two of you, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of caused an imbalance, is what I'm trying to say here. The Temperance is in the dark too, so even though I feel like the Capricorn does understands, because usually Capricorns are the ones that hold the grudges the longest, right? Yeah, so even though there's some understanding, there's still an imbalance for sure. The Two of Pentacles, the Temperance, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so unfriending her is not another person, right? So how does Capricorn feel? Okay, so the Capricorn is the her. Gotcha. Okay. If it's that way, it's the same energy. Like they're like nobody really. I feel like the Capricorn doesn't really care either way. If the Capricorn and the her is the same person, it's still the same reading. That they don't really care. right? There's no hard feelings. You know, there's a little bit of an imbalance, but the imbalance is probably just them not needing to connect with you anymore. So that will sort itself out. I feel like there is still confusion about why you unfriended her, but at the same time, you know, um, there's no hard feelings there. Yeah. I totally understand just because you're how does the Capricorn feel about the situation? Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, there's no hard feelings. I feel like yeah, they don't really care that much. Like there's no hard feelings. They don't care. Um, you know, there's some confusion as to why exactly, but it's what I got. You know, there's kind of swords in the dark, so they're just gonna walk away and do their own thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Capricorns are like that though, you know? They don't attach themselves to anybody, you know? It's just the nature of a Capricorn. Every zodiac sign has their blessings and their curses, right? Capricorns are very, very solo beings, you know? They're completely fine living solo. They let people into their lives, but it's more of a novelty kind of thing in a lot of ways. It all depends on the person too, right? Because it all depends what their other signs are. So not all Capricorns are exactly the same. But that's generally one of their curses, is they don't really have attachments. Let's see for Christine. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, demons, or fae that want to come to Christine a message? What does Christine need to know right now? Thank you so much for your donation. Let's see for Christine. Ooh, love is in the air. Look at that. Love and romance. Ooh, there is love for sure. The lovers and the two of cups. Soulmate energy, maybe. There's been summer stuff going on there. You have the Seven of Pentacles in the dark. So I feel like there's some frustration. There's some lack of growth, a lack of maybe not knowing exactly who this love is or where they're coming from or what's happening there. Because, I don't know, maybe they're more in love in you than you are of them. Let's see. What's going on with the Empress and the Nine of Wands in the dark? Hi, Miss Moonlight. Long time no see. How's it going? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give Christine a message about why the Nine of Wands is in the dark? And the Empress. I don't know if there's like this energy of like wanting more control over the situation or the relationship or what's going on there, or if things are just not working out. The High Priestess, I feel like whatever you're feeling is trust your instincts. You know, if you have any suspicions, if you're guarding your heart too much or wondering if you're guarding your heart enough. Yeah, Ten of Swords. Whatever this is, you know, it may not last long. It may be a lot of overthinking, a lot of overanalyzing, causing the friction and the frustration. That is what I got, though. I don't know if you know what this is, or you want to clarify on that, or well, that was what seems to be coming through. It's as going as you can get. Oh man, Nightbot's wrong on that one. Bernard! Bernard's in the house! Full moon reading for Bernard! Well, let's see for Bernard. Is there any spirit guides, including angels or fae? What does Mama Moon have for Bernard tonight? For any spirit guides, answers, angels or fae? What does Bernard need to know about the full moon? I forgot to take my oracle cards out. What does Bernard need to know about the full moon tonight? Oop, your work is paying off. There you go. There could be a Capricorn in your energy, Bernard. That's different than a Virgo. So where you stand right now is you have the toxic witch. So be cautious of those who take more than they give, right? So where you stand right now is being careful of anyone who's trying to be controlling towards you. So me some interesting things that what kind of freak am I going to get? A female? We're going to get one that's very controlling, it seems. So be mindful of someone who's a female who's very controlling, very toxic. You know, they want more than you have to give kind of thing. You have the hermit here as well. So, you know, it's kind of coming out and saying what you want and not let her take advantage of you, it seems. But with the hermit here, this is what expectations you're dropping. So you're dropping your expectations of pleasing everyone, right? Not letting them take more than what you have to give. The Ace of Wands, of what routine or self-sabotage cycle you're breaking. I feel like it's breaking, being slow at starting some new things, right? Coming up with some new ideas, a new focus, new inspirations that may come to you as well, new ideas. For the Chariot, this is what innovational path or future goals you want to set for yourself, and that's kind of like boosting your willpower, boosting your confidence, your determination to keep moving forward. You know, even though there may be obstacles in your road or roadblocks, you're still going to overcome them. And you have the Two of Cups. So the end goal here is standing independently so you can have love and romance and attract your soulmate towards you. So yeah, being very mindful of who you attract and love seems to be coming your way, right? Two of Cups, the two peas in a pod there. Says plans will go well. You need to be more disciplined to reach your goals. Hard work will pay off. Don't be controlling and avoid anyone who is. You have two cards that say avoid anyone who's being controlling towards you. So there you go. Thank you, Kritika. Thank you, Kira, for the donation. Thank you so much. And this one is what karma? Let's see, what karma coming to Graves when it comes to her relationship with Jots. Let's see. Running spirit guides, answers, dreams, or Fae. What karma is coming to Graves when it comes to her relationship with Jots? Spirit guides, answers, dreams, or Fae. What karma is coming towards Graves when it comes to their relationship with Jots? Knight of Swords. I feel like whatever karma is coming her way is going to force her to take action, to be honest with her actions, to be ambitious with her goals moving forward. She may have to rush through things a little bit faster than she was expecting. There's the Queen of Swords as well, so I feel like she's going to have to be brutally honest with herself and her expectations and whatever's going on there. The Judgment, you know, it's karma's going to, you know, do this best judgment of whatever the karma is supposed to be between her, right? Her and karma. For the Justice card here, I just feel like there's some unresolved past that's going to be brought up again. You know, some mysteries yet to be revealed, some truths. It's going to be revealed, and I feel like she will have to take control of whatever her next positions are, her next steps, next gameplay kind of thing, right? Because I just feel like there's this energy of needing to have more growth and cultivate some new ideas, new plans. But that's what I got with that. It just feels like she's going to have to face some sort of truth, and something from her past is going to reveal itself. Some sort of unresolved past issue is going to come back. Definitely she's going to have to be honest with herself. A lot of truth is going to be revealed, and that's going to cause her to take more self-discipline, more control over next actions, and figure out how she's going to move forward. So that seems to be what's coming for her right now. So I don't know the details on that. I'm just reading the energy. I'm not a psychic, unfortunately. Yeah, the action she'll have to take is to be honest with herself and whatever she needs to be honest with, or to whoever she needs to be honest with. Gold heart. Let's see for gold heart. Moon reading. Let's see for gold heart. What does Mama Moon want gold heart to know? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? What does gold heart need to know under the full buck of moon in Aquarius? What messages does Mama Moon have for gold heart right now? You have a 9 of Cups. So where you stand right now is you're on top of the world, right? The full buck moon in Aquarius sees you, right? The 9 of Cups. Dreams and desires coming true. I could feel that for you. This happiness, this joy, right? Work being successful or just getting recognized or praised for it. You have the Empress here. So this is what expectations you may be dropping. So maybe it's a matter of not needing to mother everybody. You know, you're very loving and nurturing, but you know, sometimes people can't take care of themselves and do their own thing and pick up their own weight kind of thing, right? You have the moon card here, so this is what routine or self-sabotaging cycle that you're breaking right now, and maybe that's a matter of trusting your intuition a little bit more, being a little softer on yourself, not trying to hold everybody's secrets and allowing it to weigh you down anymore. You have the Emperor here. So this is what innovative path that you're going to take moving forward. So I feel like that's continuing with the path that you're already on, right? Being in control, listening to yourself, cultivating some new growth, nurturing and growing what you want to grow for yourself to give you that sense of independence and happiness and joy that you want to take with you, right? This one says live in constant state of gratitude. This one says there is beauty to be found in every expectation. And this one says taking time for deep reflection is essential right now. And then you have being the authority of your own life comes with a lot of responsibility. Then for the Four of Cups, this is how things are going to play out for you, where you stand independently now. The Four of Cups is kind of, you know, remembering who you are. Doesn't mean remember who you used to be, because you can never be that person again. You've learned and grown and healed, and you know you're moving forward now. So it's who you are now and who you want to become moving forward during this innovative path to your future, right? This one says if you try not to be so picky, okay? So you know you may have to be a little bit more flexible on this path, be open to new ideas, past ideas as well, that may help you along the way. And then Mama Moon says, you're good enough, so that's good. There could be a Virgo coming into your energy. It says an apology may be in order. Find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your life. Worrying too much will attract more worry. Stop second guessing yourself, right? I feel like that is something that was, the moon is like that. Raise your karma by doing something for someone else. So there you go. What I got. Twin Soul moon reading. Yes, what does Twin Soul need to know from Mama Moon? Full buck moon. What renewal, rebirth energy is coming for Twin Soul? Learning spirit guides, answers. What does Mama Moon want Twin Soul to know right now? What messages does Mama Moon have for Twin Soul? Prosperity lies ahead. So that is fun, right? It could be a Taurus coming into your energy. So for the Six of Pentacles, that's where you stand now. The Six of Pentacles, there is a good sense of gratitude, a good sense of balance between you and the cosmics and you and everyone else kind of energy. So that is really good, right? I feel like there's this energy of, getting things done, making money, helping out. That sort of thing is bringing you some good karma. You have the Page of Wands. So for the Page of Wands, this is what expectations you're dropping right now. So I don't know what you want to drop from the Page of Wands. Maybe it's a matter of being a little bit less inconsistent. Maybe it's a matter of paying more attention and not being scattered in different directions by being overly chatty and overly scattered in your energy. But having a clear focus on what you want to learn and what you want to pursue moving forward. You have the Three of Cups here, so this is what routine or self-sabotage cycle you're breaking. With the Three of Cups, maybe it's a matter of, you don't need to help everyone. You can be solo and do your own thing and figure out your own stuff without, overdoing it, overworking. I don't know. Maybe it's a matter of being a good team player. It could go either way. You have the Two of Pentacles here as well. So this one is what innovative path or future goal that you're trying to pursue right now. And it's the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like you're still trying to juggle what your innovative path is or what your future goals are. Trying to weigh your options and that sort of thing. I feel like whatever it is, making sure that you're not feeling overwhelmed while you're doing it or stressed. Or you're picking and choosing at a time where you feel more in tune with your energy and not focusing on other people's opinions or ideas, Tuning out the noise a little bit there may help you decide what your future goal, the future path is for you. You have the two of paths. Two of swords. So yeah, you do have a lot. You have two twos here, so 2 and 2s could be some choices need to be made, right? For the Two of Swords, I feel like this may be a difficult decision to choose what your future goals are or what your future plans are moving forward. I feel like you are ready for a change. Yeah, so it's just kind of like trying to figure out what is what and making that decision with, without feeling stuck. Because I feel like you're not out of moves, you just need to look a little bit more closely. And it says, prosperity lies ahead, right? So get or give a massage, healthy bod, healthy mind. So there you go. Take time for yourself, pamper yourself, a sign of a new relationship or sex your times lies ahead. So that is fun. Getting clear on what you value most will help you find peace. So yeah, and a Taurus could be in your energy. It is what I got. Being reading from Matthew. What does Matthew need to know about Mama Moon's energy? Is there any spirit guides, answers, and or fae? What does Matthew need to know about Mama Moon's energy with the full buck moon in Aquarius? There we go. What messages Matthew need to hear from Mama Moon? Libra. Could be a Libra coming in your energy. Look at that. And then where you stand right now is that you have the toxic witch. So be cautious, right? Be cautious of, anyone trying to take advantage of you, take control over you, try to get you, influence in some sort of thing or other that you don't really want to get yourself involved in, right? Yeah. That's a tough one. So, what expectations you want to drop right now is the Queen of Pentacles. So, I don't know if you're interested in this Queen of Pentacles and they're not interested in you, or they're just being that person that's a little bit toxic. I don't know if that's what you're willing to drop right now or not, but the Queen of Pentacles can be someone who is very rigid in their ideas, not very good at expressing their emotions, not really good at knowing if you're flirting with them or not. It could be a little condescending. But you have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is what routine that or self-sabotage you may be breaking. So, the Ten of Pentacles is happy home, happy life. So maybe it's a matter of not needing to please everyone or pleasing the wrong people kind of thing, right? You don't want to do that a little too much. You have the Four of Swords here. So this is what innovative path or future goals you may be wanting to put your focus into or that is calling towards you. The Four of Swords is like taking a rest, taking a break, taking some time for you, right? Some self-care day, self-love day. I don't know what that is for you, if it's a day playing video games or doing what you want to do, read a book. You have the King of Pentacles here. So this is what innovative path is calling you towards, right? It's calling you towards a King of Pentacles. So that is someone who is building their career, building their stability, their foundation of what they want in their lives moving forward, right? So it's kind of like starting from the ground up, but feeling more confident in this plan or routine or structure that you're trying to build to improve your career. This one says, be cautious of those who take more than they give. This one says, there's no more need to sacrifice. You could have it all if you wanted. This one says, having it all looks different for everyone, so you gotta pick and choose wisely on that one. This one says, why aren't they resting? So yeah, why aren't you resting right now, Matthew? True success isn't just about money, it's about happiness too. So you gotta try to figure out how to have both. Then it says, let go of what is falling away. See the other person through the eyes of love. It will change your perspective. Time to make a firm decision. So yeah, time for you to focus on yourself for a while. Like I was saying, self-care day, right? A win-win outcome is in the forecast for you, and it includes a Libra, it seems. That's what I got. This church bell is coming, so maybe you're going to be getting married there soon. I don't often hear the church bells at this time, so I don't know why they sometimes do that. Meditation. Moon reading for meditation. What does meditation need to know right now from Mama Moon? What does the full buck of moon in Aquarius have for meditation tonight? Are there any spirit guides, masters, angels, or fae? What does meditation need to know? There you go. Ooh. There's a little bit of negativity energy coming through here, but we'll see what that's about. Nothing will come of the situation. Oh, man. So, you have the Four of Swords. So, it seems like you need a break right now. Where you stand right now is taking a rest, right? Taking time to just relax, read a good book, binge watch Netflix. I don't know what it is you want to do. Meditate. For the Three of Swords, this is what expectations that you are dropping right now. So I don't know if it's a matter of wanting everyone to get along, everyone to collaborate, everyone to do their part, but they're not going to. So trying, dropping your expectations on that, maybe will save you some time with trying to get them to listen or do what they're supposed to do. Ten of Swords here. So this one is what routine or self-sabotage cycle you're breaking right now, and it's kind of like getting out of your head, in your heart, right? Don't let things take up a rent-free space in your mind that doesn't need to be there right now. I just feel like there's this energy of, you know, if you feel defeated or betrayed or just done with it all, just burnt out and tired, take your rest and see what happens there. You have the Tower energy. This is what innovative path or future goal is calling towards you right now, which you know, the Tower can be a good one, right? Because sometimes you have to take things apart completely in order to rebuild them. So maybe there's something in your life or a part of your life or a part of your goal that needs to be taken down and rebuild it and see what happens with that. You have the Knight of Swords. So this is where this innovative path is going to lead you moving forward, or is calling towards you to lean forward. Is the Knight of Swords, right? Being more ambitious, taking action, being very direct and blunt with your communication, being honest with yourself, well, your expectations and all that sort of thing. So you have a better easygoing. This one says, why aren't you resting? This one says, it's okay to cry, right? And this one says, hurt people, and hurt witches, hurt witches. So, you know, just because someone's in a bad mood doesn't mean that they can take it out on you, right? Just get ready. Things are about to be shooken up, right? Some changes are coming your way. I can feel it. And this one says, be ambitious. Chase every dream. So nothing's going to come of the situation. Trust the universe. That's hard. I don't know. I fight the universe all the time. The chances of something are diminishing. Surrender to the divine. Something better may be around the corner. Believe that you will get what you need. Take time out to meditate and contemplate. So that is what I got. Maria, General. Let's see for Maria. What does Maria need to know right now? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? What does Maria need to know right now? Any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? What does Maria need to know right now? I don't know why you're turning it around the light, but I'm guessing that's what that's the way it was supposed to be. Ooh, they're on the light. Okay, so yeah, there's going to be some changes, right? Some big changes. You have the Ten of Swords and a light here, so I feel like, you know, once you hit rock bottom, the only way up is up, right? So I feel the sense of empowerment, rising above, you know, pulling yourself together and dusting yourself off and seeing what the future holds for you, right? I feel like this full bug moon in Aquarius is giving you that boost of, you know, think about the future. There is a Seven of Cups here, so there may be more options or opportunities or chances than you realize, that you may be able to figure out what is what and what kind of steps you want to take moving forward. I feel like it's a matter of choosing one that is realistic for you right now to follow through with. You have the King of Swords, so yeah, being open and honest with yourself and your expectations. Look at all the information, look at all the facts, you know, read the uh, comments kind of thing, or the reviews. Read the reviews is what I'm trying to say. Before you take the leap on that. I feel that you still have a lot to learn here, but I do feel you're going through some sort of sense of transformation. Or transforming in some sort of way. You have the Queen of Wands, so, you know, trust that you do have that inner and outer beauty, right? I feel the sense of you being very magnetic, very confident, taking control. I feel the sense of you moving up the ladder. I don't know if it's you being promoted or what, because I just feel like you're going to be like in charge or something, or I don't know. But yeah, think bigger, plan ahead. You know, the Ace of Wands. So you feel like there's an energy of pushing you to take new initiatives that are very exciting, very motivating. I feel like this is kind of a career boost. I'm feeling this is a career boost that is trying to come through for you. I just feel like you're going to be like the boss or the manager, or I don't know, moving up somehow. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, or fae? What does Maria need to know about this energy? What is this boost of innovative or initiative beginnings? Two of Pentacles. You may have, yeah, you have choices to make for sure, right? Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles. You may have to juggle things around to see how you can fit it all in your schedule. Try to see what your future plans are, right? Think outside the box kind of thing. Explore all your options. Look for the information, the facts, the evidence, whatever it is you need to look into, that you are making the best decisions. But yeah, think bigger, think globally. Don't sell yourself short. At the bottom of the deck, you do have the Strength card too. It's kind of boosting your ego and your confidence there. So there you go. Lisa, let's see for Lisa. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, or fae? What does Lisa need to know right now? Will Lisa be getting in contact by company B or company L for work? Let's see. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, or fae? What does Lisa need to know about getting in contact? Will Lisa get in contact by the company L? No, sorry, B. Whoops. We'll try that again. Will Lisa be getting into contact with the company B? Will Lisa be getting into contact with company L? I feel like both of them is tough. Like, I feel like the energy hasn't quite settled yet. But I do feel like both of them do have potential. I feel like L has more potential with the Strength card and the Two of Wands, where you have to juggle around home and work life scheduling there. You also have the Five of Swords in the dark. So I feel like whatever issues that may be slowing down the process of them contacting you will be resolved. So that one is looking very positive. For company B, you have the Ten of Swords, so there may be some big disappointments with that. I don't know if it's a matter of them calling you back and like offering you something that may not work out with the scheduling with your homework life kind of scenario, right? I feel like the home life may be, suffering there a little bit. You have the Queen of Pentacles in the light, though, so I feel like there is potential growth with this one, even though it may be very challenging on how to get started with it or how to commit towards it, right? This one seems to be a little bit more easy, a little bit more steady, because it feels like there is a way that you can juggle both a little bit more than option B. So I feel like there's a good chance of getting communication from them both. Will company B contact Lisa very soon? Seven of Wands is a no card, so it could take longer than soon. Will company L contact Lisa very soon? Nine of Cups is looking good, so you may hear from L before you hear from B. But that is what I got. Ariana! What does Ariana need to know right now? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? What does Ariana need to know right now? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give Ariana a message? Oops. You all want to go a little crazy there. What does Ariana need to know right now? You have the Empress in the dark. Oh man, I feel like I just feel this energy of you tired of pleasing everyone. I just feel this energy like you just want to do your own thing. You just want to be left alone to do your own thing. You don't want any attachments. You don't want any, you know? I just feel like you want to just grow your own thing, you know? You don't want to grow anybody else's plants. You got your own things to deal with. I feel like you may be a little bit fighting the universe, wanting to pick and choose your own calling rather than following the universe's calling kind of thing. But you have the Four of Wands here, so whatever you're doing it great, right? Four of Wands. Having that sense of celebration, that happiness, that success, making some long-term goals that are practical for you or that will show you some sort of action moving forward. You have the Four of Pentacles in the light too, so I feel like you're focusing on building some sort of growth or some sort of sense of stability towards yourself, right? I feel like you're not really interested in commitments right now or deep connections. You may feel like you think you are, but there's a side of you that's like not quite ready for that yet. You're still trying to discover what you truly want and desire. You have the Seven of Cups in the dark, so you may feel like your options are limited a little bit here, especially in relationships. Lucky. Sorry. Lucky is noticing my daughter's home. Let's see what Ariana needs to know right now. There is the Five of Swords. So yeah, there may be a lot of things going on in your mind, but be confident about whatever one you choose, right? You have the power to choose which way you want to go. It looks successful so far. Looks like there is potential and growth. Just a matter of, following your heart, fighting the universe, and seeing what happens good. But that's what I got. I will be right back, though. I will be right back. Sorry about that. Philia. Let's see for Philia. Do you see Eric coming towards me with love, offer, or invitation? Let's see for Philia. Running spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae. They want to come give Philia a message. Will Eric be coming towards Philia in love or an offer of invitation? Oh man, I feel like not anytime soon. You know, just the cycle of the energy between the two of you is just not going in your favor right now. It's kind of going a little backwards, eh? Yeah. I feel like there's some resistance. I don't know if it's like Eric's wanting you to change something or want something to change between the two of you that he knows won't change or can't change, or I don't know, maybe Eric feels like he would need to change and he's resisting that. But yeah, the Knight of Cups is in the dark too, so yeah, I feel like holding back on their not really holding back on their problems, but holding back on their expectations, right? Because I feel like there's some trust issues going on with the Seven of Swords here as well. Yeah, I feel like they're not very confident in themselves to adapting or changing to whatever the energy is trying to force him to do in order to adapt to, come towards you in love, it seems. The Six of Pentacles is in the dark too, so there's definitely an imbalance going on between the two of you. What does Philia need to know about this energy? Yeah. I feel like there may be someone else coming towards you, though, or they may come towards you soon. They may be more adaptive to your family situation. You have the Nine of Pentacles in the dark, though, so it's kind of going to test your independency kind of thing, though, is what I'm seeing. Maybe the universe is going to present you with somebody else that may be more accepting of your family situation. That is what I got, though. Koala! Let's see for Koala. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give Koala a message? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? What does Koala need to know about James' next move towards Koala in the next 2 months? Yeah, I feel like he's not going to be coming around in the next 2 months. It's great to see you too, Koala. Yeah, you're tired of silence around. Yeah, 8 months waiting. Yeah, I feel like you just kind of have to move on with your life. If he comes back in, he comes back in, but you can't just sit there and wait, right? The judgment, I feel like it's just not in the calling right now for the two of you to connect for whatever reason. I don't know if something has shifted or what. You have the Ten of Swords in the dark, so I feel like there's going to be some renewed, or with this full moon in Aquarius is time for some big changes, some rebirth kind of energy. So I feel like there's going to be some changes in your life right now. That you have this star in the dark. There's not a lot of faith in the universe regarding this connection, the Five of Cups. I feel like you can't just sit there and wait, right? Yeah, you can't sit there and wait. You have to, take charge of your path, light your own light, and move forward. Let's see what happens to Koala if Koala moves forward. Let's see. What happens if Koala moves forward? Is there any spirit guides, answer James or Fae? What messages do we have for Koala if she moves forward? Right? I feel like if you move forward, you're going to grow into the Queen of Wands, right? Being very bold, sexy, and attractive in your energy with taking control over your path and your decisions. You're going to have options. You have to weigh your options of which ones are best for you. But I feel like you're going to learn to trust yourself, learn to be more confident in yourself, and probably attract this Emperor towards you, right? The Emperor is someone who brings a sense of stability and structure and, fiery romance to the table. So there could be that while you wait in the meantime. Little side entertainment. Welcome. Hi, Bernard. I gave you a reading. I think you were the second person or the third. Bernard, if you go back in the lives at the beginning, you're like the second or third person. Alright, exclamation mark timestamps, and you'll see where your reading was. But I did you, Bernard. Let's see for Lucky. How will Lucky's financial money situation be from now until the end of the year? Will investing in the stock market make me rich? Oh my goodness. Let's see for Lucky. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, James, or Fae that want to come and give Lucky a message? What does Lucky need to know right now about her financial situation? What does Lucky need to know right now in her financial situation? Oh man, I feel like it is tough, right? There is the 9 of Swords in the dark, so I feel like whatever stresses and worries you're having, they will be revealed. They will be like lifted from you, is what I mean. Right? Because I just feel this energy of facing your fears, taking a leap of faith, taking that risk to see what happens. Investing into anything is a risk. You could either win or lose. The Page of Cups, I feel like you're going to be getting some good news about something or other that's going to bring you some emotional enlightenment. So that is some fun energy. You have the 9 of Pentacles here in the dark. 9 of Pentacles in the dark is kind of struggling with the whole work home life balance, not really happy, feeling a little pressured. There's a lot of fears that are hovering over that energy as well. Yeah, just kind of like feeling stuck. You're not really moving in any direction. What advice can you give to Lucky about feeling less trapped and less stressed? The Sun, think positive, think growth, right? Taking the risk may bring some positivity to you. It may give you some sort of sense of stability and groundingness. I don't know if that's like a savings account or what that is for you, but you have the 4 of Pentacles too. So even though there may be really slow growth, there is going to be some sort of investment growth, some sort of safety net that you can build for yourself that keeps you within the safety zone of what you have, kind of thing. So I feel like it's a matter of, speaking to the right person who gives you that good news. Somebody that can help you grow something long term with the 10 of Pentacles. Something you can save for your future too. So yeah. Is it? I feel like that's kind of like what's going on here, right? It's like, hey, I want to take the risk, but do I? Do I not? It's causing the stress, right? The stock market, just because it says a yes or a good today doesn't mean it won't be tomorrow. It goes up and down. I know my great aunt, she invested in some stocks, and she didn't get any money from it for many, many, many years. Now she's living on her retirement from it. But it didn't happen for a long time. Let's see. For the Knight of Wands. Yeah. I feel like it's kind of, you know, a risk. You may grow some, you may lose some, you may learn something from it. You know, it's kind of not a stable energy. That's what I got. Rain, hello, love rain, love raining, love reading for rain. Let's see, is there any spirit guides, answers, dreams, or fae? What does rain need to know about love right now? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, dreams, or fae that want to come give love? Give rain a love reading. Hi, Easy, welcome. What does Rain need to know about love and romance right now? You have the Knight of Swords in the dark. Oh, man. I feel like there's some rough energy coming through in the love department. I don't know if you're with someone or not, but the Two of Pentacles is in the dark, right? So I feel like there's kind of this energy of feeling overwhelmed, maybe a little bit stressed, maybe feeling like there's multiple options in the love department and none of them seem just right. There is a Knight of Swords in the dark too, so I feel like there's a lack of ambition. I don't know if there's this energy of just feeling, not really feeling the connection or not feeling who you're going to connect to in that love or romantic way. I don't know if that makes any sense, but you have the Judgment in the dark too. So yeah, I feel like there's some unresolved past issues that are just kind of like lingering and maybe creating some sort of blocks or boundaries around your love life. You have the Queen of Swords in the dark too, so I don't know if it's a matter of you being brutally honest with yourself, but what your expectations are, what you want to achieve in your love life, right? Because I feel like with the world in the dark, it's like gaining that sense of achievement and success moving forward. Let's see, what exactly, what advice can we give to Rain about her love life situation? What can we give to Rain about her love life situation? The world is in the dark. Yeah, so luck, timing, and destiny is on your side. There is some completion here, right? Like going through the cycles of your love life and your situation there. You know, I feel like you kind of want to go forward with the positive energy and not resist moving forward. So, you know, I feel like if someone here isn't making you happy or you're not feeling quite satisfied with them, or if there's any, you know, imbalance or whatever, I feel like there is opportunity to have success with someone or someone else, like someone else, rather than creating a disconnection here. You do have the devil, so I feel like it's a matter of being mindful of trying to see who really wants a relationship and who is just kind of playing with you and just wanting sex and nothing else, right? Because that they may get you caught up in that cycle that you may not be able to get out of. But that's what I got. You got bad weather there in Florida? Oh man. Diana, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you. How will my ex's relationship with his girlfriend be like in the upcoming months? I'm curious if they are going to break up. Let's see for Diana. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, demons, or fae? What is going on with Diana's ex relationship with his girlfriend? What's going on with Diana's ex relationship with his girlfriend? How is that playing out moving forward? What What does the future hold for Diana's ex and his new girlfriend? Yeah, the Five of Swords in the dark, so I feel like the ex is overcoming the challenges. Maybe there was some challenges when they first got into a relationship, like that's kind of normal in any relationship. You know, you're just getting to learn about each other, right? I feel like whatever it is, they are resolving the issues, they are making peace with it, they seem to be moving on. I feel like they have a lot of similarities in their values, their beliefs, and that sort of thing. They seem to get along well with that. The Knight of Cups is in the dark, so, you know, the romantic side of things may be a little bit rocky, but maybe there's still some more things they need to learn about each other regarding that area. The Page of Wands, there's not a lot of positive communication so far, but you know, they are overcoming some challenges. Things are, you know, they're building trust between each other, they're accepting the changes or the differences between each other. They are connecting. Let's see. Is there any possibility of these two breaking up? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? Is there any possibility of these two breaking up? I feel like even if things are bad, they're going to figure out how to make it work. Even if they have to give each other the silent treatment for a while, luck, timing, and destiny is what's keeping them together. So it's more than just them wanting to be together. It's some sort of, you know, path that they're on that they need to be together. They need to figure things out and work things out. So they're not going to be breaking up anytime soon until they've done whatever lessons they need to learn from the universe. That is what I got. For love, what does love need to know right now? Rain, spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae. What does love need to know right now? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give love a message? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give love a message? Any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? Is there anyone that wants to give love a message? Five of Cups. I feel like there's some emotional struggles going on, eh? The Five of Cups is in the light. I feel like there's this energy of focusing on what was instead of focusing of what is going to be becoming of something, right? I feel like there's this energy of you needing to get out and mingle, get out of get out of that funk energy and find some excitement. Find your soul tribe, find your friends, that social life, right? I feel like you're in need of some meetups, some excitement in your life, just getting yourself out there and out of your head. You know, that temperance, your mind, heart, and soul is in the right place, so there's no reason why you're not. There is the Queen of Pentacles is in the light. So I feel the sense of you are being grounded, you are being confident, you're being what you need to be right now. Right? It's just a matter of following your heart and letting your heart do its thing. Right? I feel like if you're breaking out of some sort of energy, though, you know, you're kind of like, okay, just because great granny used to do things this way, you're realizing you don't need to. Just kind of like reading the energy. You're just kind of like breaking out of that old pattern and trying to find yourself, trying to find your own energy, your own path, your own values and beliefs, and where you stand with that. What else does love need to know about this energy? Right? I feel like you're learning to let go a little bit. You don't need to hold on to boundaries or guards or walls that are not serving any purpose right now anymore. You have the Two of Wands. It's kind of like, you know, take one step at a time. You don't have to look too far into the future. You can look into next week, next month. You know, you don't have to look 10 years down the road right now, because you're focusing on building some new energy for yourself, discovering who you truly are, right? You need to, can't look at yesterday. Yesterday does no longer exist. Right? It's about turning your Two of Cups into the light, planning for the future, but one step at a time, not rushing it, going at your own pace as you're building. That's what I got. Let's see. What are David's current thoughts about M51? Let's see. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? What are David's current thoughts about M51? Any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? What are David's thoughts about M5 right now? Now I'm going to turn around, so we're not going to fight it. King of Cups is in the dark. I feel like you detached your emotions from yourself, or David has detached their emotions from themselves. You know, the King of Cups in the dark. I just feel like David may be feeling a little passive aggressive right now in their energy. I don't know what's going on, if they're just not happy with the situation or what's happening there. You have the Six of Cups, so I feel like David is kind of like stuck on something that happened in the past. I don't know if they've had some like past traumas in their life or what's going on with that, but they seem to be a little bit stuck there in the past and not being able to look farther ahead. You know, I feel like there's some trust issues that are coming through. Maybe some mommy issues coming through. I don't know if David is like waiting for their mother's approval into whatever the situation is here between the two of you. But the Ace of Wands, I feel like he will have David will have a moment of clarity about what's what, right? And I feel like they will take action once they've gotten stuff figured out of what's holding them back there. I feel like that David's heart is very guarded. He's very protective of himself or whatever's going on there. You know, the world is in the light, so I feel like whatever cycle the two of you are in or have been in is kind of completed. So I'm not quite sure if the two of you are going to be starting a new cycle together, or if you're going to be starting a new cycle going your separate ways. Let's see what is going on with this energy between David and M515. Spirit guides, answers, angels, fae. What do they need to know about this energy? Oh man, right? Look at that. Three of Swords is in the dark. I don't know if it's you or them trying to like hold your heart together, not being heartbroken or disappointed or discouraged in any sort of way. The Ten of Wands, I feel like something is going to come through. I feel like there is going to be a breakthrough between you and David, having some sort of conversation or sharing some sort of idea or thought of some sorts. I'm not quite sure what the relationship between the two of you are, if it's just acquaintance or friends or what, but it doesn't seem like it's a very close connection right now. This seems very, very distant. You're both like on your own corners, you know? But that is what I got. I feel like their thoughts about you is very confused, very guarded, very held back. Um, you know, they're kind of stuck in some sort of something from their past. But that's what I got. Gentle Soul. Will things go in my favor tomorrow at the meeting? Let's see for Gentle Soul. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? Will things go in Gentle Soul's favor? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? What things will go in Gentle Soul's favor tomorrow? I feel the first thing you need to do is turn your temperance into the light, right? Making sure your mind, your heart, and your soul is all aligned, like how you're feeling, what you're thinking is matching up. Because, you know, your temperance is in the dark. So I feel like you're going to need to try to gain some more patience, more balance in your energy if you do want things to go in your favor tomorrow, right? Because whatever your energy is, everyone else is going to feed off of that. Because I feel like your energy is really strong here. You have the Ace of Cups in the dark, so I'm not quite sure what your situation is or what's going on. With the Ace of Cups in the dark, there's some repressed feelings, there's some disappointments coming through, there's some sort of blocks and doubt. Yeah, so I don't know if that's just because your temperance was in the dark and you're trying to turn it around. So I have a feeling if your temperance turns around, you can probably turn your Ace of Cups into a light and have a positive opportunity or a positive outcome of that meeting. You have the High Priestess here. I feel like your intuition is very strong, very on point. That may be what's causing the imbalance here if you're not really used of your intuition being as strong as it is right now. This could also mean that the Shekinah is around you, right? The Shekinah is a spirit that comes around you when you feel like things are burning down and you need that sense of protection or the sense of comfort to gain that sense of patience moving forward. You also have the Page of Pentacles in the dark. So, yeah, the communication side of things may not be what you're wanting, especially if this meeting is about some sort of materialistic thing like money or family, home. I'm not quite sure what your meeting is about, but it does seem to have some success. You know, there is success there. I think it also does depend on your energy. Right? Four of Wands, happy celebration of that success. Positive energy coming through with the Sun. Page of Wands is in the dark. So I know it's a matter of, you know, you choosing your words wisely during this meeting, feeling confident in yourself, being patient. Don't let your emotions run wild. You know, that's what I got. Alice! Let's see, what does Alice need to know right now? Journey Spirit Guides, Ancestors, Names, or Fae? What does Alice need to know? What will be the outcome of Alice's job interviews with BCG, Insight, MCK, and Bessemer by the end of July, early August? Okay, so whatever Spirit wants you to know, you have the Justice card and the Ten of Swords. So the Justice is causing an imbalance of some sort of injustice. Something's just not going to be fair. So I don't know if something's going to interrupt your energy before any of these interviews. So let's see what's going on for Alice. What is the outcome of the job interviews for BCG? What are the job interviews for BCG? I feel like this is a no. Like, I feel like that may not end well. What's going on with the interviews what's going on with the outcome of the interviews for Insight? What is the outcome of the interviews for Insight? Insight looks a little better, you know, maybe a little bit one-sided, but the Emperor looks promising of you making your moves there and feeling confident about it. You may not be your first choice of what kind of job you're wanting. I don't know. You know, the Four of Cups is in the dark. You know, it may improve your mindset though. There may be a fresh opportunity that may come out of that though. Let's see what will be the interview outcome for MCK. MCK is not very positive. You have the Knight of Wands in the dark there. What about Bessemer? What does Alice need to know about the job interview outcome for Bessemer? Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I mean, you have the Queen of Pentacles, so there's potential, but you may be disappointed in what they have to offer. So that is what I got. The best one is the insight. But that's what I got. Dwayne! Let's see for Dwayne. What does Dwayne need to know right now? Will things get intimate between Dwayne and Lisa soon? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, dreams, or fae? Will things get intimate between Dwayne and Lisa soon? BCG was a flat out no. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, dreams, or fae that want to come and give Dwayne a message? Will things get intimate between Dwayne and Lisa? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, dreams, or fae that want to come give Dwayne a message? Will things get intimate between them? Did you bring her flowers? To her place? You know, did you set up this romantic picnic here? Looks like you didn't. I don't know. I feel like a no. No. I feel like even though Lisa may have feelings towards you, I feel like she's pushing you away. We're at the current energy. Six of Pentacles is in the dark, so I feel like it's a one-sided thing. She wants you to do things for her, but she's not willing to do as much for you, it seems. You know, it's definitely an imbalance. I feel like there's some trust issues going on between the two of you, or especially on her end. There's a Three of Pentacles, not wanting to collaborate, work things out, connection. She is hesitant. Yeah. I feel like she wants to lead you on, so you keep doing things for her. You know. She's like the Bugs Bunny show with the guy holding the carrot on the string and it keeps pulling it around. You know. I feel like that's Lisa. Yeah. She likes the way things are. There's not going to be any improvements there. She's quite content with how things are playing out right now. Yeah, no trust there. May, career prediction for May. For this and next month. Let's see what's going on this month for May. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? What does May need to know about a career life this month? What does May need to know about a career life this month? What does May need to know about a career life for next month? You know, I feel like it's going to be tough for this month or the rest of this month. I don't know if this is August or now. Maybe it's a little bit of August and the rest of this month coming through. You have the Knight of Wands in the dark, so there's a lack of motivation of you taking action. So I think if you spark that fire, motivate yourself to take that action, go where you need to go to, find that career that you want, right? Because I feel like you're feeling stuck, but you're not stuck. Whatever cards in the dark, you can always turn them into the light, right? You could easily turn this Eight of Cups into the light, walk away, and get the job of your dreams if you choose. There is a Six of Cups in the dark, so I feel like something from your past may resurface. Or if you went back and asked for something from your past, it may have a better outcome this time. It's a possibility, it seems. This is probably September, you have the King of Wands in the dark. I feel, there's some give and take energy there, the King of Wands. I don't know if it's you being stubborn about something or feeling like you're not qualified or not good enough or whatever this energy is, I feel like you're going to have a spark of new ideas. If you follow that path and ask questions about that path, you know, and you speak to the right person or talk to someone who knows someone kind of thing, I feel like you may be able to find your passion, like find your love job that you would want to find. It may shake things up a little bit, but it wouldn't be a disaster. It would be something of you following your heart. And I feel like that is what the Knight of Wands is telling you to do, is follow your heart. Spark up that passion, that creativity, that innovation kind of energy that this full moon is bringing to make a new path for yourself, get yourself going in a positive light. It could be about going back in the past and doing something better, or letting go of the past and finding something better for your heart. But that is what I got. I think it depends on what actions you take. Yeah. Yeah, if you believe in yourself, you take action, you do the work, willing to change things up, you will find your dream job. Yes, that's what following your heart is. Gigi, let's see for Gigi. Prediction for the next 2 months for Gigi. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? What does Gigi need to know for the next 2 months? Any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? What does Gigi need to know for the next 2 months? What's going on for next month? What's going on in September? Okay, so for August, there's going to be new love. A new person's coming into your life, either in love, friendship, connection, whatever it is. Their feelings are genuine. They are honest with their emotions. They wear their heart on their sleeve kind of person. They may be a little bit shy of opening the door of communication with you. They may hesitate with what actions they want to take towards you. You know, they may cause a little bit of an imbalance because they have some insecurities, but their love and their feelings for you seem to be strong. I also feel this energy of, um, you know, focusing on yourself, your strength, your things that you want to focus on. I feel like that is, you know, sometimes it's a good time to be selfish and do things for you that will help you long term moving forward. You have, so this is for September, you have the Nine of Wands in the dark. I feel this energy of you feeling exhausted, maybe defensive, maybe stressed about something or other, may have developed some trust issues by September, maybe because things are just chaotic. With the Tower energy here, right? I just feel like there's this energy of some sudden changes, something may be unraveling, maybe some truth may be revealed for you, whatever that is. Yeah, it's gonna be tough there. You have the devil in the dark though, so I feel like whatever could possibly be holding you back, I feel like you're gonna break free from that and you will see more options available towards you. So I feel like in September it's more about a relationship. I mean, in August, and then in September it's more about some sort of work or financial kind of decision that will be made, you know, where you may, you know, things may shaken up. You may also see a way out of something. There'll be lots of options available towards you if you take them or if you consider which ones are best for you. Yeah, it will give you a sense of completion, a sense of success, achievement of some sort, but that's what I got. Jay, let's see for Jay. What does Jay need to know right now? Regarding spirit guides, ancestors, and their fae. What does Jay need to know right now? Ooh, there's some good energy there. Oh, I'll take it. So you have the Five of Cups in the dark. So whatever emotional stresses or challenges you've been facing, I feel like you're going to overcome them. Right? I feel like the Five of Cups in the dark, there's this energy of you processing accepting change and moving past it. And I feel like that's some good energy for you for the next 3 weeks. Sure. This will probably take 3 weeks for it to unfold, right? Because I feel like you're learning to trust yourself again, and that's going to open that sense of harmony and love and happiness, especially around home and family. You have the Empress here as well, so I feel like there's going to be some potential growth. I feel like there's this energy of you nurturing and cultivating some resources or creativity or whatever that is for you, and just focusing on nurturing yourself. And I feel like that is going to bring some growth. I feel this energy of you being boosted by following your maternal or internal instincts, you know. You have the Five of Wands here, so I feel like there will be some fights against some competition. So I don't know if that's around work or maybe family. Doesn't, I don't know, can go either way, but your temperance is on point, right? You have the temperance, so your mind, heart, and soul is in the right place. I feel like you have the patience, you have the understanding to move forward and keep yourself grounded. Let's see what is going on with the Five of Wands. Yeah, like I thought, I think the Five of Wands can be some sort of competition with your work or your career kind of energy, where you're gonna wish, you know, put your faith in the universe of how this is going to play out. You may be a little bit hesitant about how you're going to move forward, but I feel like if you believe in yourself, believe in your willpower, you can turn your chariot back into a light and figure out what's what. What else does Jay need to know for the next 3 weeks? Two of Wands, right? Making future plans, expanding your mind, thinking outside the box, think globally, think bigger, right? You may have to feed your inner child a little bit while you're thinking bigger, making future plans. But you also have the Five of Swords. So, yeah, there's going to be some inner conflicts going on in your mind, stresses, worries, and that sort of thing. But, you know, it all depends what actions and how ambitious you are with moving forward. So I feel like whatever's going on here, family life is going to be improving, and you have an opportunity to grow in your career if you take that opportunity. But that's what I got. Culture! Let's see for culture. Guidance on responding to AJ's request. He asked for something very difficult, and my boss gave him the wrong thing. I'm trying to fix my boss's mistake. Let's see for culture. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? What guidance can we give the culture on responding to AJ's request? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? What's going on with culture? Culture needs guidance on to AJ's request. You have the Page of Swords in the dark. I feel this energy of you kind of like being out of ideas or out of thought. Um, I kind of feel this energy of you taking accountability and checking in with the boss of whatever AJ's request is to make sure whatever AJ is requesting is what the boss requested, right? Because I just feel this energy of you taking accountability of like checking in to make sure you have the right information, especially with the Page of Swords with the Justice card here. You have the Eight of Pentacles in light too, so it's kind of like you really paying attention to the details. The details really matter here, it seems, especially for potential growth and direction of whatever this is. You know, I feel like it's a matter of putting in the time, putting in the effort of figuring out if you have the right information or the right facts or not. Because, yeah, I feel like they're testing your ego, or there's energy, whatever's testing your ego, either the boss or the universe or whoever. You don't want to show any weakness in this. You have the Six of Swords too, so I feel like you will move past this. You know, I feel you'll let go of any past feelings or any hurt feelings, but you will move past it. What does culture need to know about this energy? What advice can we give to culture? Yeah, the Four of Cups, I feel like, you know, you will move past this. Just a matter of trusting your instincts, trusting your intuition. Make the best decisions with the people, AJ and the boss, I guess, of how you're going to play this out moving forward. That's what I got. Daisha, hello. So you're at work. A manager told me that I will eventually get a position at work doing more office work instead of what I'm currently do. Will that offer come in soon? Let's see for Daisha. Is there any spirit guides, answers, dreams, or fae? What does Daisha need to know about this energy? Will the offer come in soon for Daisha? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, dreams, or fae? Will the offer come in soon for Daisha? I feel like it will, because I feel like your past skills will pay off in one way or other. I feel like it does depend on your confidence though, right? If you believe that it's going to come soon, if you trust the work, if you don't have any doubts about it, you know, your confidence is key here because your energy matters, right? We all have this energy around us and it's stronger than we realize. We think we keep it to ourselves, but we don't. You know, just like when someone's coming and walking up behind you, you can feel they're coming, right? You have that kind of feeling for all of your actions that you take. So it's kind of like you taking that action now and not just sitting and waiting for it kind of thing. So I don't know if it's a matter of continuing what you're doing now and showing initiative to doing what is expected with the new position. Because you have the Seven of Wands and the Light too. So it's kind of you standing on guard, you know, kind of being aware of your surroundings, being aware of your energy, especially with taking practical action moving forward. But I feel like this new position will give you that sense of independence. It will give you some success for sure. I feel like you're going to be learning a lot of things about it. Some past skills from your past seem to be helping you move forward with this as well. So making sure you're bringing that to the table, even though it may not be as obvious. But yeah, I still feel like you have a lot to learn about this position. That it may come as a surprise, but it will boost your independence. That is what I got. Yeah, you have to stop hoping. Hoping means you don't believe it's going to come true. You need to set your intentions. Like, yes, you will get the position and act like you already have it, and you will get it, right? Believing is seeing, not seeing is believing. Boost your ego. That's what you gotta do. You gotta make it happen. You know, it's kind of like dogs, you know, they can smell fear, but people can too. They can smell self-doubt. They can smell that you're not confident. Let's see. Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, Moon, Virgo. Okay, sorry, I was so confused about what the question was. So what does Lexi need to hear about moving? Let's see for Lexi. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give Lexi a message? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give Lexi a message? What does Lexi need to know? What do I need to, what does luck not mean? I don't need to know anything. What does Lexi need to, what does Lexi need to know about moving? What does Lexi need to know about moving? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, names, or fae? What does Lexi need to know about moving? I feel like those cards are just not going to cooperate with you, Lexi. Let's see. There we go. What does Lexi need to know about moving? What does Lexi need to know about moving? Thank you. Knowing spirit guides, ancestors, names, or fae. What does Lexi need to know about moving? I feel like there's going to be some disappointments. I'm not quite sure what that is about with the Three of Swords. I don't know if it's just a matter of, feeling heartbroken about moving from wherever you are, missing the people there or the place that you're moving from or what's going on there. The Three of Swords, I just feel like there's this energy of some sort of realization that may be a little bit hard. You have the Star here, though, so I feel like the universe is blessing this move. I feel like there is some positive energy here. I feel like it's just a matter of having faith and having some positive energy about it. I feel like there's going to be a renewal energy with this move. I feel like there's going to be some healing with this move as well. You have the Fool in the Dark here, so yeah. There may be a little bit of a lack of direction about the moving process. But I feel like you kind of have to trust the flow of it, right? If that's what you want to do. The Ten of Wands, I feel like it's not going to be as hard as you imagine it would be. You're right, you have the Queen of Cups here too. So yeah, I feel like there's going to be some healing, some compassion, some nurturing, some good love energy around you. I feel like the move will boost your creativity and your intuitive abilities as well. Let's see, what does Lexi need to know about this energy about moving? Three of Wands. So yeah, you're gonna meet some new people. I feel like there's gonna be some good support groups around, or more like just people around you that are supportive kind of energy. There is the Page of Pentacles, so there's gonna be some good communication. Right? I feel like I can learn some new information, a new something about something. I feel like there may even be new work for you there, or an opportunity for new work, or a shift in your work some way or other. You have the Seven of Wands in the dark. What's going on with the Seven of Wands in the dark? I just feel this energy of feeling exhausted and overwhelmed. Whatever it is, you're going to boost your independence, though, right? The Nine of Pentacles, boosting the independence, getting things done, reaching your goals of success and achievement, raising your standards for yourself is coming through as well. But that's what I got. I feel like your heart will be healed. It will take time, though. Elephant! Theme reading for Elephant! What does Elephant need to know from Mama Moon? Is there any spirit guides, answers, dreams, or fae? Thank you. They just all jumped out at once for you. The right amount, too. I don't know. What else does Elephant need to know from Mama Moon? The full buck moon in Aquarius. Ooh, hold your vision. Don't lose sight of your vision. It's powerful right now. You have the King of Wands in the light. I can feel that for you, right? The King of Wands in the light. I feel like there's this energy where you stand right now. You have the power, right? King of Wands. You have the power. You hold the power of life. You're bold. You have visions. It says hold your visions. The King of Wands always has big visions, big ideas, big big goals to play out as well. So I feel that energy for you. And this one says, shine your inner candlelight bright enough for others to follow you. So kind of like Leader mode is coming in. You have the Two of Pentacles. This is what expectations you are dropping. So I feel like you're dropping about trying to juggle everything, you know, pick one thing, do your what's priority right now. The rest can wait. You don't need to try to juggle everything, you know. Focus on grounding yourself and doing one thing at a time and see how that goes. Now this one says, when life gets chaotic, find a way to ground yourself and balance, right? That is what I was saying too. You have the Two of Swords here. So this one is about what routine or self-sabotage cycle that you're breaking right now. So I feel like you're breaking being indecisive, right? You're going to be more confident in yourself to make the choices you want that are for you, that keeps you grounded. You're not going to spread yourself thin during this moon phase. For the Eight of Pentacles, this is what innovative path you're going to figure out to set your goals or whatever's calling you forward, right? The Eight of Pentacles is paying attention to your skills, paying attention to the details, mastering your craft, right? Being more focused and consistent in your work, putting in the time, putting in the effort. This one says, sorry, but fairies aren't going to come and do all the work for you, so you can try, but fairies are very picky like that. This one says, wake up. What's that you truly want? You need to figure that out too. Yeah, the Knight of Cups. So someone may be trying to express their feelings towards you, right? Someone may be flirting with you. This is the innovative path you're going to figure out and where you stand with that, right? You're standing your independence with romanticizing life again, right? Being playful in your energy, falling in love with some sort of thing of life for you. This one says yes. You know, have a yes day. Say the words a lot and see how it feels. A person or professional relationship will be long lasting. I can feel that with the Knight of Cups. Avoid stagnation, right? Don't be stuck because of indecision. Someone may need to back down, right? You can't do it all. They're gonna have to pull their own weight. Staying powerful, have faith or patience are needed right now. So that's what I got. G. Let's see for G. For Grandma, right? Grandma. For Grandma. Rachel's current feelings for Grandma. What does she think of Grandma? Will she say yes to hanging out? Let's see for Grandma. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give Grandma a message? What are Rachel's current feelings for Grandma? What does she think about Grandma? And will she say yes to hanging out? The Six of Cups. I feel like the two of you do have a playful energy towards each other. I do feel that. I feel this energy of, um, you know, I feel like there's some good balance between the two of you, some good vibes there. The Page of Cups. I feel like, with the Page of Cups, I feel like there's this energy of, both of you having good intuitive ideas, feeling very dreamy about each other. I feel like there'll be some good playful connection there, you know, or conversations going on there. You have the Six of Wands in the dark. So I feel like Rachel may not see clearly what your true intentions are. That she may be a little bit confused with that, not really give you the recognition that you may be wanting or seeking out. You know, so there may be a lack of achievement in that area. You have the Ten of Pentacles though, so I feel like, you know, I feel like the two of you will have an energy or connection that feels more like family or friends. Let's see what is going on here with how exactly does Grandma think of G? How exactly does Rachel think about Grandma? How exactly does Rachel think about Grandma? Four of Swords. I feel like she's not really thinking about you. She's just kind of resting on the idea. How does Rachel really feel about Grandma? the Star. You know, I feel like she has faith in the connection. There's not a lot of strong emotional feelings, just, it's a connection. I think it's more playful. So I feel like it's more like a friendship at this point. But that's what I got. Noval, hello. General reading for Noval. Is there any spirit guides, answers, dreams, or fae? What does Noval need to know right now? Is there any spirit guides, answers, dreams, or fae? What does Noval need to know right now? Ooh, what's going on there? The moon is in the light. I feel like there's still some mysteries yet to be resolved, right? There's some unresolved mysteries going on. That's tough. I feel like there's this energy of trusting your intuition. I do feel this energy of you looking past your fears and seeing clearly about whatever your situation is. I feel like there may be some heartbreaks. I don't know if this is past heartbreaks or current or future. But yeah, I feel like there's something that's really hard on the heart. I don't know if it's a matter of you realizing some sort of truth or betrayal or something. But I feel like you're going to see clearly that you have more options than you thought you did. With the Seven of Cups here, I just feel this sense of, having mixed feelings. Maybe some maybe feel more like temptations and realistic. So I feel like you're going to have to, figure out which ones are realistic for you right now, which ones are just fantasy illusions kind of thing, right? Whatever is going on, you have the Judgment in the dark. So I feel like it's important for you to follow your true calling. I feel like something from the past may want to resurface. I feel like if it does, you will have a second chance on that. Because I feel like you will have success with moving forward or moving away from whatever this is. It's just a matter of looking on the bright side of things, right? I feel the sense of you walking away to something better. I feel there's going to be some spiritual growth of you letting go of whatever attachments you had. Let's see what is going on here. What does Noval need to know about this energy that's coming? Six of Cups. Yeah, something from your past may creep back on you. I don't know if it's creeping back to give you a second chance, because it does come with the Star. So having faith in the universe that it knows what it's doing. I feel like you may break out of the cycle that you're in and maybe finding a new one for yourself, starting your own path, your own beliefs, your own values, and figuring out where you stand there. But that was what I got. I think there will be some healing and moving forward. Cap, let's see for Cap. And what do you see coming for me in the next week, August 2nd to the 7th? Let's see. Is there any spirit guides, answers, dreams, or fae? What is coming towards Cap between August 2nd and August 7th? Is there any spirit guides, answers, dreams, or fae? What does Cap need to know about that week? Thank you so much for your donation, Dylan. Thank you. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles in the dark. So I don't know if during that week because I feel like there was going to be something difficult. Not quite sure where it's coming from, but I feel like for you there's going to be something difficult. But I feel like you're going to overcome that in a positive way, though. Whatever that is. So I don't know if it's a matter of misplacing something or misplacing money or something and then finding it. I don't know. But I feel like whatever that delay or that hesitation is to make you pause for a reason. I feel like if you don't have like I feel like you're gonna have this some sort of situation that's gonna happen where you're gonna feel like you're at a pause, but keep in mind that pause is for a good reason to make you stop for whatever reason. I don't know what that is. Um, but I feel like once that happens, you're gonna feel a sense of liberation, like a sense of freedom, right? I feel like you're gonna feel like, okay, I can see things clearly, I can feel things clearly, I know what I need to do now, kind of thing. I feel like if you're waiting for this Knight of Wands to show up or be involved, or I don't know, because I feel like they just won't be. I feel like they're gonna flake out, or I don't know what they're gonna do on you, but I feel like they won't show up, right? I don't know. There is a Queen of Wands in the dark too. Why is the Queen of Wands in the dark? I just feel this energy of you. I don't know. I don't even know if it's you. I feel like the Queen of Wands is somebody else who may be controlling or possessive or manipulative in some sort of way. What's the deal with the Queen of Wands in the dark? Yeah, I feel like whatever it is, you're gonna see clearly from whatever their shenanigans is. You have the Knight of Pentacles, so slow and steady is the way to go. Keep yourself grounded, keep yourself patient. I feel like you're gonna figure out what the plan is and see through it and come up with new ideas, right? You're not gonna be consumed by the devil. I feel like you've learned how to break free from it and you know how to keep your freedom going. That is what I got. So yeah. Being stuck with some sort of materialistic something. Gator, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you. For Gator, I get a love reading timeline on love for me. I started talking to someone in March, but feel like it stalled in June, July. I'm a little intuitive and felt an instant connection. An Aquarius. Let's see for Gator. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, or fae? What does Gator need to know about this situation? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, or fae? What does Gator need to know about this situation with person on their mind? Oh man. I feel like things were always kind of like this, even though there was a lot of connection at first. I feel like it was more one sided than equal, right? Because you have the Six of Pentacles in the dark, so I feel like you had more feelings or attachments to the person than they did towards you. Because I feel like they weren't um attached to you as much, you know? Like I feel like you're more attached to them than they were of you. I don't know if the two of you had different beliefs or different values or, you know, had different views on things and made things a little bit difficult. You know, I do feel like there was love, there was a connection, right? The Page of Wands, there's a lot of romance, a lot of passion. The Empress too, even though she's in the dark, there's still a lot of love, a lot of nurturing, a lot of care, right? But I feel like you or them, or maybe both of you together, had your guards up regarding your heart. Yeah. Because I feel like you or them, one of you always felt like weren't sure if you can trust the other, right? Especially with the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands and the Seven of Swords, I mean, you know, there's a little bit of trust issues going on. I feel like it's on both ends, right? I feel like you were more confident in the relationship than them. I feel like the cycle between you is not done though. Yeah, but you know, just because you don't talk about it, you know, you can tell, you know? Like, it doesn't have to be exactly black and white, but you know how you may talk about it without talking about it. You know, if you talked about, oh, on my birthday I used to do this, and the other person's like, oh, on Christmas I used to do that. And, you know, without meaning to, it may have came up where there was an imbalance there. Um, Not saying it that exactly, I just don't know. I'm just trying to explain the energy of, you know, of values, beliefs, you know, traditions and that sort of thing. But the cycle between you is not done. Like there's still something going on between the two of you for sure. Like I said, there's a lot of love, a lot of passion, a lot of romance. Between the two of you, your cycle is not completed. There's still something going on between the two of you. You know, there's still nurturing, there's still love. You know, there's options on how you can work this out. But I feel like the first thing to work out is the trust issues and where you two of you stand with, you know, values and beliefs and traditions and all that important stuff in a relationship, you know, like where this is going, where the two of you are going to live, where, you know, is there any spirit guides, answer genius, or fae? What does Gator need to know about this energy? Yeah, still a mystery yet to be unraveled between the two of you. You know, I feel like the two of you are a connection. You know, I wouldn't say soulmate connection or anything like that. There's a lot of emotional things that need to be discussed, needs to be communicated to make this grow, right? You really want to turn the sunflower back into the light with that Ace of Pentacles to open doors of long-term views and goals. Yeah. I feel like the trust issues is on her side too, for sure. Yeah, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, like I said, the trust issues and the values is what needs to be talked about. Yeah, like how many kids she wants, you know, that sort of thing. To make sure you're both on the same page and you both want the same things moving forward. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of love. There's a lot of love, a lot of passion. There's a lot of things going on here. But just to make it more solid, yeah, there's some. It's about talking about the hard things now, right? I feel like you both know each other. There's a lot of love, a lot of romance. The Page of Wands, you know, there's a lot of sparks of passion going on there. Is potential for growth between the two of you. It's just, yeah, talking about the hard stuff now. There you go. That is what I want. Dwayne says he's gonna bring her flowers on her birthday. Oh man. Supposed to be spontaneous, Dwayne. Bring her flowers for no reason. That's what she likes. I'm glad it's all working out for you, Gator. Gladys, let's see for Gladys. Why did my ex Greg Marrow stop talking to me? Let's see, Greg. For Gladys, is there any spirit guides, answer James or Faye? Why did Gladys's ex Greg stop talking to Gladys? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, James or Faye? Why did Gladys's ex Greg stop talking to Gladys? Well, what's going on there? Oh, you have the Six of Wands. So there was badass success between the two of you. The Ten of Pentacles. I feel like for your ex, family comes first, you know? I guess because he's your ex, that he has family that's not connected towards you anymore. You have the Tower, so there might have been some unexpected chaos going on in his life, some unexpected changes, right? There may be some chaos that he's dealing with in the background. There is a Knight of Pentacles in the dark too, so I feel like he's feeling very stubborn in his energy right now, very resistant, very overcritical about himself, especially about whatever disaster this was or is. There's a Ten of Wands. I also feel like he's working a lot more because I feel like there's a lot of weight, a lot of pressure on him, a lot more responsibilities than he had. And I feel like he's feeling exhausted and not really wanting to socialize right now with anyone, really. You know, I feel like he's being stubborn about that, very rigid, in control of his routine or whatever he has going on. What does Gladys need to know about why he stopped talking? Yeah, I feel like, you know, he has a lot of things to do, a lot of things on his mind that is keeping him in hermit mode. But that's what I got. Anthony, hello, welcome. What does the future have in store for Christopher, my ex, and I? Let's see for Anthony. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give Anthony a message? What does the future have in store for Christopher and Anthony? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? What does Anthony and Christopher's future together looking like? There is the Hierophant there, so I do feel... I feel like you and your ex still have some sort of connection, right? The Hierophant, the two of you still feel like family together kind of thing. There is a Ten of Pentacles in the dark, though, so I feel like... I don't know if it's Christopher or what, but I feel like one of you is very stubborn right now, resisting changes, overthinking. I don't know if that's what's causing the Tower energy here. Because I just feel like, yeah, I just feel like with the Tower energy, there's some refusing some sort of reality. So I'm not quite sure if it's you or them or what's happening there. But there's not a lot of positive energy around that. There's a lot of judgment. So I don't know if Christopher is like overly judging the situation. The Four of Cups is in the dark. So I feel like, you know, there may be some opportunities to communicate about the issues that may make things more positive between the two of you than they are now. So I feel like it's a possibility of a second chance with Christopher, but it's not a very strong one. Ooh, Seven of Swords. I don't know if Christopher's lying or Christopher thinks you're lying or what's going on there. But yeah, the Seven of Swords. I feel like, yeah, Christopher may be with somebody else. I don't know if there's some deception or what, but yeah, I feel like they're in avoidance energy right now. Temperance. They have a lot of patience. I mean, there's still a lot of love between the two of you, but there's still a lot of hesitation. So I feel like the future between the two of you all comes down to having a good old conversation about where you both stand, you know, both of you being completely honest with each other to break the trust issues. But that's what I got. Thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate you all so much. I would stay longer, but I really have to go. Yeah, so hope you all have a great night, and I'll be back tomorrow for more readings. Yeah, hope see you tomorrow. Bye everyone. Good night.